Hello everybody, sorry for many days I didn't create videos just because I got cough, and because of that my voice it became very heavy and I couldn't speak properly, and because of this reason I didn't create video. But sorry for that. But now onwards I will be very consistent on YouTube, and let's get into this video. So in today's video I'm going to address this problem of yours, that I want to speak in English, but words don't come into my mind whenever I'm trying to speak in English. Whenever I'm having conversation with another person, words don't come to my mind and I struggle a lot. And I don't even try to speak in English just because people will make fun out of me, and I feel demotivated if I don't get appropriate word in that situation. If I don't come across the word, people will definitely mock at me, laugh at me. So because of this reason, you not even try to speak in English, and you always hide yourself towards speaking English. I know this is the problem that everyone is facing right now. So here in this video, I just want to address this issue. I just want to make you to get rid of this problem. And here in this video, I'm going to give you two solution of this problem, which is amazing, which is quite helpful for you all. If you start inculcating them, you will get the result. Trust me, because these are the solutions that I have applied on my life, and it worked quite well for me. I stopped because in my initial stage, I was facing this problem a lot. But slowly and gradually, I overcome with this problem. And nowadays, I don't get proper word right in the situation, but I do something which helps me to keep my conversation and not to feel struggle and not to feel demotivated about something. I don't give them the chance to mock at me, to laugh at me. And how do I do this? I just want to tell you in this video. So the first thing that I do in order to get rid of this problem, that is using substitute. You will have to substitute words. What does it mean? Substitute means whatever the most appropriate word you are thinking at that time, but somehow you are not remembering it. Instead of using that most appropriate word, what you could do, you could use least appropriate word. For example, if I want to say that if you enter my room, you will find it so static. Yeah, static is the most appropriate word. But if I want to say the same thing, maybe I'm not remembering static. So what would I say? If you enter my room, you would find my room neat and clean. Simple. The same thing I spoke in simple words, neat and clean. This is the basic word which everybody can remember while having a conversation. Yeah. And few more example, if you would say that I'm petrified of cockroaches. Instead of saying I'm petrified of cockroaches, you would say that I'm scared of cockroaches. Cockroaches are very scary. That's it. You could speak in that way. So this is how you can just substitute it. If you are thinking at that time to use the most appropriate word and you are not getting it, what you could do, you could just use least appropriate word. Because I just want to tell you, if you think like I make my English amazing, so that's why I use most appropriate word in your initial stage. And whenever you are trying to speak in English, just forget about complex word, forget about fancy words. You just need to remember one thing, that you are going to convey your message properly. And while creating videos, while having conversation with people, I always focus with this thing, that I'm going to convey my message properly, and I just want to be focused over conveying my message. That's it. And rest of the thing I will take care of. First, conveying my message properly is the first and the foremost thing for me. And you will have to understand it. And talking about the second one, and if you want to tell me that how am I going to substitute it, most important thing, what you're going to do, you just need to substitute it with basic words. But if you're not remembering while having conversation, if you're not remembering basic words, that's mean you haven't done enough practice, and that's why you are not even remembering basic words. And practice is required here. If you are not remembering basic words while speaking in English and while practicing speaking, while having conversation with another person, if you are not remembering basic words, there is a lot of practice needed and you will have to make efforts towards it. Okay, and doing substitution, if I would say, yesterday I was having a conversation with my neighbor, and sometimes she talks to me in English, and we were just having conversation. All of a sudden, I stuck, and I was thinking about something, but I didn't get that appropriate word. What did I do? I substituted it, and she praised me. She praised me, Anjali. Whatever you did right now, it's amazing. The way you substituted, it's amazing. You proved that you made a good command over this language, and the same thing, you need to understand it. Okay, and talking about the second thing, that is, it is going to be an exercise. What I usually do, and whenever I get free time, I pick up two vocabs. Every single day I make a target that I'm going to learn two vocabs. First I understand them, I understand the appropriate meaning of that, of those specific vocabs. Right after understanding the meaning of those vocabs, what I do, I write them down. I write down 5 sentences of each vocab with the help of myself. Yeah, I write down 5 sentences, and right after writing them down, what I usually do, I practice them. I practice them several times so that I will not forget them whenever it comes to use them. I will feel free to use them without finding any kind of difficulties. And the same thing you need to do. If in your initial stage you are struggling making sentences, I would suggest you that search that word on Google and search it. I need 5 sentences of this word. That's it. And Google will provide you 5 more sentences. How much sentences you want, Google how many sentences you want, Google will provide you. Yeah, you just need to search it and write down those sentences if you would feel like. If you don't want to write them down, the second thing that you would do, just repeat them several times so that when it comes to use them, you would easily use it without finding any kind of difficulties. Okay, so these are the two things which I found quite helpful for me, and that this is why I wanted to share with you all, because usually people face a lot of problem when they try to speak in English and words don't come into their mind. And if you are thinking that you are the onlyest person who is struggling with this problem, who is facing this problem, I just want to tell you, even me and all the people who are speaking in English and speaking on some other languages, everybody faces the same problem. But by time, by practice, it will decrease. But in your initial stage, it's always going to be a problem. But the more efforts you make, the more substitute you will start understanding it, the more substitute you will start using it will become a solution for you. It will become a blessing for you. Okay, so this is how you will improve your English, and this is how you will get rid of this problem. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And share this video with your friends and family members.